The real question is who's going to win this crown jewel event and take home the Puckett. Are there any other bonuses and perks that might go with that? Perhaps Mr. Puckett himself will come by and do a little yard work, Kevin?
Yeah, if you're in vicinity, I think Dennis told me if you're in about 30 miles within his zip code, he will come to your house and do some yard work and clean out your gutters.
It's what I'm talking about. Right in the middle of February, that's when I'd like to do my gutter work. Got to break the ice up out of there, but they're going to get it done. And I see the Tacky's car right there. I think that's Mr. Puckett himself.
Yeah, drivers are getting done with the introductions, and they just had the flyover here at Kentucky. I'm not sure if it was a biplane or a crop duster here at Kentucky, but I believe he has exited the area as the cars are getting ready to leave pit road.
As someone who lived in Louisville, Kentucky for 18 years, I can with most definitively say it was the Wright brothers' initial plane, a replica, and we still use that coming out of Muhammad Ali Airport.
Here, it has a little more give. As I know, even in fifth gear, if you got on it too hard, you could lose the rear end. So fourth gear would just make it even more likely to spin. So just got to modulate that throttle, and it'll be a good racetrack here. We'll see see what cars have what it takes to make their way up to the front.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose their rear end. In fact, the way I hear it, women are actually going to doctors to get more rear end. Top 10 right now, David Medina. He is your leader. Shelton.
He's giving David Buell a run for his money right here on the outside. Let's see if Zach Engel can complete the pass, or if David Buell's going to get the best out of him here as the two cars battle here side to side out of exit of two. Down the backstretch they go here with a drag race down into three.
Got that Mountain Dew hard paint scheme on there. We had a conversation about Mountain Dew hard earlier, and it's not the hard that you're thinking of. It's alcohol.
Oh, I did not know Mountain Dew made a alcoholic drink like that. But as
I side with Lynott. Lynott trapped down below the Gulf Coast teammates of Volpus and Owens, and there's a lot of smoke shooting out that right rear of Joe Volpus coming out of that turn.
Oh, here we go. David Owens, Kyle Lynott makes his way back up to the battle. Now we got a 4-car race up here for what's David Owens at right now? P4 is full. See, Owens going to come up, try to get some dirty air there to Chris out of exit. But now Joseph Volpus looking to the inside of David Owens, trying to make a move.
Four of those five cars right there are in a chat with each other as well. Volpus, Owens, Brenner, and Lynott. They all share radio broadcast communication. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of conversation they're having right now. See now Brenner closing up. That's that 22 Puma car. Brenner starting to close in on Lynott and Owens.
Yeah, Gene, I'm so surprised we haven't had a caution yet, to be honest with you. I thought with this many cars, but a lot of the new guys in here showing respect to the other drivers and vice versa. So we've had some great racing so far. So the moment in P4. So we'll see. We'll see how everyone
There's a car in the wall.
Oh,
how about that?
That's the liquid Molly car of the 46. I think that's Thomas Pierce. Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate hit there for the 46 Chevy Camaro there, and Thomas Pierce. I know the team was working really hard on that car all off season to get ready for the beginning of this season. So that's unfortunate for the 46. I think that's going to be some major repairs there as he gets into that pit crew, and looks like they're bringing out the sledgehammers and duct tape. Mean Gene.
Hey, well, good thing about working hard in the off season is you're right after your driver puts it right into the wall. And so, yep, there's a Sawzall down there as well. They are cutting and they are grinding, expecting to see the 46 back out there. Remember, no fast repairs here in the Bonfire Race League Premier Cup Series. So if you go into the wall, if you take a little bit of damage, you're going to have to get back into this thing the good old-fashioned way, and that's with elbow grease. And that's what's happening right now down there in the pit stall of that 46 Liquid Molly Chevy, as they are trying to get that thing back on the track as quickly as they can. Lap 24, these things are going to start to get slick pretty soon. Luckily, most of this is single file racing, so not really becoming too much of an issue yet. But as we look back there, Jerry Rose, he started up a little bit further, faded back quick at the beginning of that race.
Whoa, Jerry, what's going on there with Jerry Rose?
He's showing exactly what I'm talking about. Rookie mistakes. And look behind him, that number 73 car. It's not too often that you see a car that's using a paint scheme of that nature. What is that? Is that a Mexico, Italy car?
No, I believe it might have been one of his children drew a design and he imported it and put it on his car, Mean Gene. I think that's what's going on with that car.
I'm jealous now. Hey, I don't have any children, and no one designs me a car. Golly gee, maybe he could make a living off of having his children make those designs. A lot of people can put a wrap on a car, but not a lot of children or designers out there. So perhaps we can give Malarkey to get his child into this industry, start making some money off that child labor as quickly as possible.
And today is David Medina. I don't think he's given up that lead just quite yet. He's had control of it so far. So David Medina out front, Jared Kelly in the 55 right behind, and 2 seconds behind right now. Joseph Volpus in that 07, and then the 52 David Buell behind Christopher Smorrow. They're trying to get this thing figured out. Little bit of action here side by side. We'll keep our eyes peeled on this. We got 2 teammates there up top though, the 5 and the 2, Team Folcom. I think half the field might be Team Folcom at this point, but this 2 are teammates right now as they're trying to work by. Oh, here comes Brandon Shelton almost pinching 3 wide across the start finish line. Oh, David Buell trying to look for room. Oh, she puts Shelton up in the wall. He gets a little tap to the fence as David Buell's going to be able to get out of this the best out of these 3 cars. There you can see Brandon get as we watch pit stops being taken here. We got the 77 of Jake Ashea and Justin Malarkey coming in getting service. Also that beautiful red looking Ford Mustang as pit stops are underway. Here comes David Medina, our leader, and that's going to let Jared Kelly lead a lap. And here at Bonfire Racing League, you get bonus points for leading a lap. So the all important bonus point, Jared Kelly will be picking that up at the moment as pit stops are underway.
Yeah, that's David Brenner. He's bringing it down to the 22. Tommy Fox in that 57 behind him is coming out. You see the 77. He's also making his way out of the pits now. That's Jake Ashea coming in. That's the 2 of Brandon Shelton. So a lot of activity down here on pit road. 30 cars. Not going to all come at the same time. But you got to be cautious when you're making your entrance into pit road. There's Jared Kelly coming down. Joe Volpus behind him. So it looks like a lot of the leaders going to stick together there, Kevin. Don't want anybody to get an advantage short pit on you. But on the other hand, people are already counting backwards, even though there's 122 laps remaining here at Kentucky at the Puckett 250.
10-4 Mean Gene, man, I just love it every time you say the Puckett 250. Brings a smile to my face as our Crown Jewel event is underway. First race of the season, all excited drivers, 30 people vying for that chance to hold that 0.5 ounce wooden trophy up 8. Oh, here comes Rob underneath Kevin Kyle. They're going to go 3 wide underneath David Buell. He's on the fresher tires as they almost puts it 3 wide right there. This is about patience right here. Looks like the 31's going to stay high out of the way. Oh, he's bringing it down. Rob's going to try to go underneath David Buell. I don't know if there's room. Oh, Rob gets into the back end of the Buell. Buell's going to try to collect it. Oh, he goes back in front of the axe. Oh, he gets into the 31 and the 965. Oh, Mean Gene, Jerry Rose.
The 855 T-Bone.
Yeah, he's throwing out T-Bones left and right. That guy should put an Omaha Steaks logo on the side of that car.
David Buell thought he was just coming here to take a drive. He didn't know he was going to get turned into a steak. 855 taking a page out of Steve Lewis's playbook and just driving a hole right through the middle. Look at this. This thing is just up. How's he even seeing, Kevin? What is happening?
Well, fortunately, with those air scoop holes, he can see to the left side through the hole. Oh, maybe not.
That's what he sees right there.
But unfortunately, it looks like Thomas Fox took a pounding there and that. He's going to be involved in that. I think I saw that beautiful looking Pennzoil car get a little damage.
Look at the rear view mirror. Everybody's avoiding that hot mess.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. That's going to be our first caution of the race here. And just wanted a big shout out to FarmersOnly.com providing aerial footage here today. Remember, folks, at Farmers Only, you don't have to be lonely. At FarmersOnly.com, big shout out to them. They've been a sponsor throughout the seasons here at the BRL Bonfire Racing League. So once again, shout out to them and all the footage here from the Farmers Only blimp.
Hello, man.
Yeah, and some notable cars a lap. Some notable cars a lap down, Mean Gene. We have David Owens in the 11. He's the first car a lap down. Paul Verdiani. Oh, car hard up in the outside wall. That's the 2 of Brandon Shelton. It looks like the 61 of Matt Schofield there might have got 3 wide, pushed into that left rear quarter fender. Oh, that car is toast there. Mean Gene is, I don't know, think that's going to bring out a caution here, as he's going to get that car back down to the apron on the pit road. Oh, what a shot there.
He was running really fast there at the beginning, too. Really unfortunate to see.
It's a piece of fender flies off into the inner, but they're still not throwing a caution for debris. Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, he qualified 6th, so really a sad day to see the number 2 of Shelton involved in that incident. That front right's still not turning.
No, that could be
not moving.
That could be race ending damage there for the number 2. So we'll have to keep an eye in here. Listen on the radio what kind of damage he has as he pulls this thing into the pit road.
We'd share with you the radio communication, but there's just too many 4-letter explicatives coming off that radio right now. Cannot share that with you at home. But I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with the team name of Folkham. And that's who we're looking at right now, David. Yeah, this just in. David Buell is going to park it. He has taken it behind the wall, ending his day. Also, Shane Weatherington has also parked his car. Had enough for the day, so 2 cars falling victim to the battle of attrition known as Kentucky. Still 28 cars running. Brandon Shelton, though, we got to keep an eye out on him and see what's going to happen.
No, is this just in there, Mean Gene? Brandon Shelton is out of the race car and waiting by Matt Schofield's trailer on the infield. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as that develops. So he is out of the car and done for the day.
Yep, he's wearing a pair of Daisy Dukes, and he's got his dad with him. And I think we all know how that scenario is going to end. Do not mess with a man wearing Daisy Dukes when his dad is there. Something bad is going to happen.
All right, now the next entry and exit a little smoother, because if you try to push it right after you slide the tires or get them hot, you're going to just keep compounding the problem. So as you see Dennis Puckett up in the outside safe for barrier wall, no smoke came off, so not a big hit, but now Jason Landry trying to find a way around the 5. It's a 5 tried to make a evasive move for the 12. Isn't going to be able to make it happen, is going to let the Landry back, and that is no good for Chris, because what you're trying to do here is pass people the most efficient way possible to save the tire. You're not using
for later in the season.
Well said, Mean Gene. Well said. As now the 9 is getting underneath Kyle not getting real loose. Real almost out of moment there on the backstretch. David able to make his way around her, not lose any speed really, but now here comes Kyle Anott. Let's see now if that's going to heat up those tires, if he's going to have a harder time getting off exit. Yeah, he's getting loose a little bit again. He's trying to fight back or slow down David Medina, but no, David Medina is good. Oh, here he comes back underneath. I thought David's going to have him. David's backing off that corner.
Yeah, Medina, that was a little incident. Medina being the veteran driver, he is going to take this opportunity to let the tires cool off now. No sense in getting them a little bit warmer to try to fight for one position.
But you see that Kyle pushing it as hard as he could, and David washed up in front of him. And if you're barely hanging on with traction, and here he comes. Here comes Kyle Anott, 988 down pit road. He's had enough. He's going to change up his strategy, seeing David Medina pass him by.
Really savvy move there by Lanot, as he is going to start to throw strategy into speed, taking this opportunity to be one of the first guys pitting at this stage. That'll be his second pit stop. We are anticipating 3 with Green Flag Racing, and that'll be his second pit stop of the day. So
Me too.
He's Brenner. He's got 1 foot on the gas and 1 on the brake. Hey, he's also got 1 hand on the wheel and 1 hand on that rear view mirror, trying to see if he can cut him off. But look how smooth. That's that smoothness we're talking about. Medina is not jerking the wheel. He is just using the banking to find which way his car wants to go, accelerates smoothly, and finds himself underneath the leader of Brenner right now. No excessive tire wear, just following the line, and Brenner having to make sharper movements to stay ahead, and that's just going to make his tires heat up right now. Great 3-car battle, as we can see now. Kelly, Medina, and Brenner. Oh, a little tap of the wall, but the momentum continues to go. But Kevin, this thing heating up as David Brenner, he's got 2 piranhas on the back of him, and I can see blood in the water.
Yeah, and that's what anything to help David out. Them seeing Jared and David side by side, as You can see David's car wiggling. There's a lot of Davids out here, but you can see Medina's car wiggling a little bit behind the 22. But now David with a huge run. He coming into turn 1, going to try to make the pass. But David Brenner's going to have a little more momentum on the high line if he can make it work. It doesn't look like he's into the wall. Gets into the wall, couldn't handle the pressure as he gets swallowed up by the 55 of Jared Kelly and starts compounding spots as he's into the 77 of Jake Shea. Unbelievable mistake there by the 22. 55 looks great, by the way, Mr. Kelly. The Showboat 55 looking great as always. Got the Iowa Battleship on the back, and he's trying to shoot a shell across David Medina's deck to let him know he's coming for him as they get by the 995. That's when it's pretty sad when the best thing the 31's done all day is stay out of people's way, but it's all right.
I think there's a few cars that we could say that about. And it's not just those 900 numbers. You know, I've only seen a couple of those rookie 3-digit cars really struggling.
Whoa, Jerry Rose almost gets into 70. Oh, Justin Malarkey. That Jerry Rose car, they're going to have a driver's meeting with him on driver awareness.
He's a damn menace right there.
He has not been able to claim the Puckett, the coveted Puckett trophy. So we'll see who can take that home tonight. There's the beef. Oh, a little touch there. Is that Thomas Pierce again in the 46? Yes, Thomas Pierce in that liquid chrome molly gets side by side with Chris Smith. They get a little bump in action there, but no incident yet.
No harm. No harm, no foul.
No fingers come out of the car. I think everybody's okay.
Yeah, that's just a racing incident. That just happens. At least we think so. They close the gap again. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see exactly how that pass is given.
Oh, Thomas doing a little side drafting. Oh, gets up a little too close side drafting. Spins Chris Smith out in front of the field in turn 2. And I think that's going to bring out a caution there, as that's an incident on track and everyone's going to get woed up. And we'll see how this shakes up the race here as a yellow comes out on lap 133 of the Puckett 250. Is it out being mistake free here, as now Jared Kelly having a chance to lead in the race, not being in the shadow of David Medina this race. He's got clean, open racetrack out in front of him. So we'll see if he can hold on to this thing. And this could be the key to the race.
Yeah, once those tires wear down in a few more laps, I think it's Jared Kelly time. Brenner's got to make a move. This is one of those situations we talked about, respectfully using the bumper. You're so close, but it's so hard to pass here at Kentucky. So just a little touch, just a little taste might be exactly what the doctor ordered to get the 22 by this 55. And if you're the 5, you'd love to see that. Morel would love to see these two guys get into each other, allowing him to sneak on by and maybe be the one that claims the inaugural Puckett. But in that rearview mirror, do you feel like you need to be here? Could be the move. He goes high.
Oh,
Sneaks on by him. What a move right there, ladies and gentlemen. On the outside, and you can see that rear end starting to slide around, especially having to downshift in 3 and 4. You can just see that right rear wearing down as well. Meanwhile, look at Jared Kelly. This guy is back and forth. How do you pressure two guys at the same time? I don't know, but that's exactly what we're watching. Contact right there. Smurrell touches Brenner. Brenner's going to go a little high. Oh, my word, we're 3 wide right now going across the start-finish line. Contact. Kelly touches Brenner to pass him, and then he's going to cut down and try to take back the lead. Own trophy, but David Owens behind him. Look at the gap closing up. 13 laps to go. Owens side by side with Puckett. Owens is on a rail all of a sudden. I said it earlier, Kevin. I said I've seen this guy go a lap down. I've seen him go 2 laps down and make his way back into a race, become a nuisance on the track, and then take it all the way to victory lane. And the way he's running this thing right now, if he could get clean by Puckett, get into the air of those top 3 drivers, he could be a factor as well in this race. Side by side with Puckett, though, that's not the way that they're going to close the gap. Up front, though, you can see Kelly. He has got back into his rhythm as he is trying to hold off the late charge of the 22 of Brenner and the 5 of Smurrell. That gap.
So as Dennis is going to give up the ghost for P6, but Dennis, great job by Dennis. These two battling out side by side, but the battle here for lead, Chris Morrill, Jared Kelly coming across the line. Last lap, I believe. It's lap 166 here at 167. This is it.
Yeah, you just got to bring it smooth around, Jared. That's all you got to do. Don't jerk the wheel. Trust done for the last 166 laps, and you, my friend, could hoist that trophy above your head. It'll only take one hand. Gonna bring it around turn 4. He's still got that lead over Christopher Smurrell. And winner, chicken dinner. Jared Kelly is
congrats to Jared Kelly. Yeah, able to hold off Chris Morrill and the hard charging Smurrell there, and hold off David Brenner. All drivers had a great chance there. Those top 3 were in it all day. Due to the mistake of David Medina, not a mistake, but just unfortunate events there with the pace car. These things happen. But great job there. Congrats again to Jared Kelly being the inaugural winner of the Puckett Trophy. It